John Young was one of 12 people to have walked on the moon, and he was the first to do something else in space. Today, his friend and fellow astronaut John McBride sat down with us and told us more about the Florida native.
We Americans have lost an icon in space.
John Young, or Mr. Astronaut, as his friend John McBride called him,
He did a lot of things in his life.
died Saturday in Houston, Texas, at the age of 87.
But he's a very special person, very special man, and each and every one of us that knew him are going to miss him tremendously.
Young joined NASA in the 60s and was described as their most experienced astronaut.
He loved to fly. I flew with him a lot of times in our T-38s, and I would say flying was one of his favorite things to do.
The moonwalker grew up in Orlando and set the record as the first person to fly to space 6 times in the Gemini, Apollo, and Space Shuttle programs. He was also the first to do something else.
I heard that he snuck in a corned beef sandwich into orbit. Is that true?
We've heard that. I don't know that for sure. I've never asked him, but it wouldn't surprise me.
NASA later scolding him for the lunch break.
So I think that was his favorite sandwich.
After a 42-year career, Young retired at the age of 74. After news of his death, many visiting his childhood home in College Park.
We've had a lot of people stop by.
The new homeowner honored to keep the memory alive.
Walked on the moon. Think about that. Pretty powerful.
If I were to go back and relive my whole life over and think about the wonderful people I've gotten to meet, I think John Young would be right at the top of the list.
And Orange County Public Schools, where Young graduated from, released a statement today. They say Young was the best traveled alumni by far. Reporting at the Kennedy Space Center, Heather Gustafson, Fox 35 News. And Orange County Public Schools, where Young graduated high school from, released a statement today. They said Young was the best traveled alumni by far. Reporting at the Kennedy Space Center, Heather Gustafson, Fox 13 News.